Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Apologize if the sound isn't loud enough. It should be all the way up, but something going on with this. Like, this should be booming, but I don't want to tweak it too much, too, as well. So bear with me. Bring up your sound a little bit. I'm going to be as loud as humanly possible, and we're going to boom through. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Putting the lemon into the water, as you can see, nice and easy. Kind of cool. You can see the whole desk here on this setup. Putting the lemon into the water here in not so sunny Florida. Last night rained. All day yesterday it rained. All day. And today it doesn't look too nice either. Going on a boat tour today with a lifer. A crypto lifer invited me and my family on a boat. We're going to go out anyway. We're going to wear our sweaters and have a good time. I can't wait. I'm going to learn about the shore and learn a lot. You learn a lot about where you're going when you use a boat. So So I just put the honey in, raw, organic, certified honey, and I just had the lemon water. And that's kind of how you keep yourself going, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Stay motivated, baby. Yes, baby, it's the Crypto Lifers, baby! Woo! Sorry. Nobody in here, and I'm in a big, kind of more of an open, empty space. So shout out to everybody here. Let's jump on into the Liferville. Shout out to all my lifers in the game. Appreciate you all for jumping on in to Lifer Vision. Let's take a look at what's happening for crypto. So nobody knows what's going to happen. I don't know. You don't know. Let's stay open-minded. We watch the probabilities of the oscillators, of the indicators, and over time, they begin to tell a story if we can pick up what they're putting down and read the tea leaves. So look, right off the bat, we see a couple big things and some small things. So let me show you what I'm looking at here. Right off the bat, we see Bitcoin in a bit of a kind of a roar, I call it a Nike cup and handle. It's kind of an ascending cup with the handle on the side here. And we have resistance. We are bouncing off that resistance area. This was, to me, a whole zone. All right, as you can see, a zone of liquidity that we resistance, bounced from. So just something to think about, right? We did battle through that area, and we somehow came out so far, right? However, the 4-hour overbought. Can it get pinned by the 22 and the daily? It's suggesting that it may. Lately, those time frames have begun to rumble, and the 4 hours had to deal with them. You have lack of bearish momentum on the daily. You have a bullish engulfing candle so far. Let's see how this daily candle closes, right? In 8 hours and 44 minutes. How do you know that? You would right-click. You would hit countdown to bar close. Then you would know when every single bar closes. All right, that's important. So you can do the math yourself, but, it's nice to have it right there ready to go. So look, daily's pushing to the upside here. Needs to get above this point of control, and it can keep pushing to 17,847 is that next area, that next node, if it can get above the zone. So we're watching closely, but the daily is looking bullish to me, and it's a bit of a cup and handle. That measured move on this cup and handle would take us to about this higher volume node there at 19,222. So 19,222s is what we're looking at for Bitcoin. All right, something on the radar here for cryptocurrencies. You like to say Bitcoin cryptocurrency for the keyword search as many times as you can. It keeps it going. But that is Bitcoin here. 16,837. It is holding the number I always talk about, 16,800, baby. 16,800. Moving forward. Zooming into the 1 hour. The 1 hour was dipping, but look, it's showing signs of a possible double bottom here. 1, 2, boom, boom. And there's signs of strength here. And you can see this. Resistance. The shoulder, the head and the shoulder dumped to the downside. I looked at this as a possible shoulder, kind of a head, and a right shoulder too, though. It worried me a little bit. We could still see a dump there. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. What's happening? 15-minute pump came on, and it could actually kind of rip back up. It's going sideways. So sideways action for Bitcoin usually leads to some fun in the altcoins. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit of pump in some of these other altcoins. We're going to take a look at some of the altcoins that are pumping today and break it down. It's not an amazing day in the market, I will be honest. The last 2 weeks of the year are never unbelievable. All right, they're not to write home about like, it depends. I have UK CBDC. It's called Bitcoin. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Dustin Cava. Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to Love Learning and everybody that holds me down, all Lakochi Coker. Every single one of you kicking it with me. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Typo Crow, my man. Crypto 420, Mountain Man. Cryptoholic Love 77, Victory Trades. Dana Schwartz, A-Train. Adora 5 Bati, my man. Daniel Pierce. Graziano, Big Wick Energy, Vasil Deniv, Crypto Love 35, my man. Michael Benitez in the house. Mr. B, Rin Tin Tin, my man. Danubes, Wen Dizzle in the house. Love you, Wen Dizzle. Thank you for everything. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to everybody here. Can we check out HIMEEBITS? Shout out to After Hours Investing. You know we're going to look at HIMEEBITS. Shout out to my man for the $199. May God bless you and yours. Thank you for the love. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. 118 likes though. We used to get 150 likes in the door before I even showed up in the lobby, baby. Let's show the old lifers how it used to be done, baby. What happened to the lifers? I know you're all there. Let's go. Let's get our morale up. We can get our energy up. It's not about the world. It's about us. If we feel amazing, then life is amazing. We create the energy. We create the fire. We create the movement. Nobody puts us down. Nobody makes us feel low. Only we can do that. We can meditate in our minds and fly to another place at any given moment in time and live inside of our vibration that we create. Do not let anybody hold you down and put you in a negative space. I don't care what they do to you, what you think is possible, what they think they have over you. Nobody has anything over you. Only God. Live free, live good, live with God. Be moral. You will have a beautiful life. Anyway, motivation plus taking action equals success. Shout out to Type, CRO. You must take action. You must move every day. Every day I move. Every day I make a move. Every day I have a plan. Every day I go at it. There was many days where I didn't. I'm not trying to say I was perfect, but those days burned, and eventually I said no way. So this is a possible M pattern too. Heavy resistance above us at 16,000, 17,000. Like if we can't get above 17K, expect more downside. You know, this is not like I'm not like in love with this move, and this is it was a rising wedge that, in my opinion, did fall sideways. You know, you can even, if you want to make it bigger, but like that's a rising wedge, broke to the downside. Now it's kind of trickling, but so far so good. We're going sideways. Nothing you can really say. Can this pennant break to the upside? All right. I had a bunch of little charts waiting when I did my update this morning. Really nice and easy. So let's take a look here. So we dropped out the tip of the pennant, came back in. I mean, to me, that fell out. I mean, you're losing, I guess you could say, that's ugly. Like you're basically getting back inside. You're playing with this point of control. You see it? Resistance, back above it. If you hold the point of control, we are going to get a move to the upside. All right, 16,800 has to hold. This 200 SMA on the 15-minute has to hold. We lose the 200 SMA, we're going to drop all the way down to at least 16,398 for a possible double bottom. All right, and remember, that's where the rising wedge would fall to the downside. Bigger picture. We're looking at this giant falling wedge. You see, the falling wedge breaks to the downside. Can we go lower? Yes, we may. And that's the title of the thumbnail today. Love the inspiration and the motivation. Rin Tin Tin, keep it up, bro. Shout out to the $4.99 for my man. Thank you. We are everything we are. I'm telling you right now, we have to live in the present moment, because if you worry about the past, you eat up where you are now and you can't do anything. I used to sit there and think about all the things that happened to me in the past. I dwelled in the pain. I tried to revision. I tried to rebuild, but the emotions were so strong. The past emotions took over my present moment. And I would sit in thought, in deep thought, and in pain, and in anguish, fighting through where I used to be. Unable to move in the present moment, unable to build, unable to see the future, unable to progress, unable to manifest my next reality because I was stuck in the past. Even though I was living in the present, I did this for a long time. If you're doing it, I can help you get out of this. It's a subconscious mind theory. We can break through together. I can help you. I can show you the way. I can teach you how to rebuild yourself, how to find that confidence, how to use lemon water, how to exercise, how to get out of your zone and get into another zone. I'm telling you right now, join the trading group. I'll teach you education about trading. We'll go over everything you need to know about technical analysis, but we'll also teach mindset, discipline, the 4 Ds in which I teach all the time. Have the desire to change your life. Everyone has the desire. I know you do. I know everyone listening to me right now has the desire to change your life. I know you do. So have that desire. Let it burn. Let it burn. Don't put it away. Let it burn. Use that desire. Go after what you want. All right? Don't use the word want. Want creates lack, but desire things. Desire them with great passion. Then begin to dedicate yourself to something that you love. It's got to be something, and dedicate yourself to it every single day. 700 days, 900 days, 1,000 days. It does not matter until you get where you want to go. Who cares how many days it takes? Just keep pushing every single time. Don't stop. Don't let anyone get in your way. Not a girlfriend, not a wife, not child support, not the government, not a bank account, not anything. Don't let anything get in your way. There's nothing else but a reason to go for it. Everything else is an excuse. Everything else, and there's only reasons. There's no excuses. Go for it. There's a reason to go for it. That's all you have. There's a reason to make something of yourself. There's a reason to make it happen. There are no excuses. So now you're dedicated, right? But now you need the discipline. Now you need the discipline because it's going to be hard. Some days you're going to be actually sick, physically sick. Your body will be sick. How do you show up to work when you're sick? Because you have the discipline to keep doing it. When you set a habit, your habit will follow through no matter what. There's nothing that can stop you. I was falling on my face dead with COVID. I still showed up every single day. I had some whatever they call it, whatever they want to do. I was still here. You do what you have to do. You cover your bases. You keep your commitments. Your commitment to yourself is the most important, and therefore you can be committed to others. And then the last thing, you stay determined. Because through determination, you are going to push through no matter what. These 4 Ds, desire, dedication, discipline, and determination, have changed my life. And I talk about them almost every single day. All right, let's get back into Bitcoin. But look, Bitcoin in a falling wedge. All right, falling wedge. In a rising wedge here, they can break to the downside. All right, but we do see that the stochastics want to push to the upside. Stochastics are beautiful because if we get all the way back up and we don't get a bunch of above a higher area, then we know we have lack of momentum. You know, we have lack of momentum for sure. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we want. We need to see this move to the upside here, and we want to see us get above a previous high. This level must be broken. 17,300 is the holding area. We get back above there, we can play around, and then actually go for the 18K and get back above. And, you know, what I'm looking for is these tight moving averages. When I get rid of everything else, I want to see these get tighter. Can the 22-hour and the daily make a nice acrobatic move to the 200 SMA? Which, you know, we've saw in some other time frames. When they start getting close, price action likes to pump up to the 200 SMA. So that's something on the daily I want to point out I haven't seen, you know, around town. And this lack of bearish momentum with the MACD. MACD is extremely lack of bearish momentum right there, right? So there you have it, right? And so we're looking at this, that we could get a bounce. You know, you're oversold in the daily. RSI came from the bottom, is in a good spot. Lack of bearish momentum, and there's a chance you do get a push-up, all right, to the 200 SMA and to this high volume node. You're at the lower volume of liquidity. You could head back up to this big chunky area where we like to gravitate and play with. So there's an area. We could definitely get up to 19,300. We must get back above 17,300 to remain bullish. You know, 17K for status, but, you know. So that's the bigger picture that I want you to understand that I'm looking at. And I've also been looking at the 10-day chart recently. And the 10-day chart says, hey, you know, I could be ready for a possible reversal back to the upside. You see? Has some strong divergence on it there. See this swing up to swing up? That swing down to swing down. There's a strong divergence there, and it's pushing to the upside on the low stochastics RSI. All right, so tells me that there's, you know, there could be a nice move here. All right, on the 10-day chart. Possibly a bottom here for, you know. When's the last time the 10-day got so beat to the ground? Right here, we had a pretty good bottom for Bitcoin, did we not? 1, 2. We've been hanging out down here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Same thing here was when we had a bottom. 1, 2, 3. The 10-day chart. So just something to think about. And the RSI have almost never been this low in the 10-day. Never. No, it hasn't never been. You know, I mean, this is the Binance chart, US Tether, so we'd have to go to a bigger, you know, all-time index. So we're looking for this rounded bottom here like this. Looking for this to create that rounded bottom. You know, we get on out of it somewhere in October of 2023, November 2024. That would make sense. Get ready for the halving. Start to get people a bit excited here. All right. Look, September 2020, October. So look, we had the halving here, May of 2020, right there. And things started to heat up. November of 2020, we were kind of in a dump. December, we kind of went sideways, but that was the bottom. See, November and December was where it ended. And look, if we go here, actually, no, we had one major dump in February. And March, we just started to recover. And like that 1 month before the halving, and then you could see things just start to take off. But a year and a few months away, a year and 4 months away from the halving, not too shabby, you know. We're in pretty good spirits. We're in pretty good spots. So, interesting. So, I just wanted to show you the big picture. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about online is this 10-day chart that could make a pretty big move to the upside. How do y'all feel about the 10-day chart? You know, let's tweet that out. I mean, for Bitcoin. Never waste a good hashtag, you know what I mean? You know? Why isn't it giving me just Bitcoin? Maybe because it's capital, right? You gotta be like... Usually it gives you a little Bitcoin with the symbol. I'm like, what am I doing wrong over here? It'll come in. How do you feel about the 10-day chart for Bitcoin? Have you ever seen it? And let me know. Let me know. How do you feel about the 10-day chart for Bitcoin? Have you ever seen it? And wow, already got a like on that. And let me know. Let me know, baby. And we're going to go back to that. The poll got filled up pretty fast. Pretty crazy, right? Let's take this and post this not only to the trading group. Answer, please. You have to remember, a lot of people, even in the trading group, are with family doing their thing. All right? It's that last week where people just say, you know, the wife finally says, hey, can you finally just pay attention to the kids? Can you finally just, and the husband's just like, you know, I'm not going, you know, everyone just puts in that little extra effort to be with their kids. If, you know, if you like that, if you want to, you know, have that family feel, which is important in my humble opinion. So important. So important. Shout out to my Irish brother, CNC Ireland. Sláinte to you and yours. Cheers to you and yours. May God bless your family for eternity, my friend. Shout out to Tico for the $4.99. May God bless you and yours, brother. Thank you for the super chat. You were inspiring. That's me right now. COVID again. Today is looking better than yesterday, thankfully. You'll be fine, Brandon. I guarantee you'll be fine. Zinc, vitamin C, keep fighting through it. Ton just getting started. 50-minute super low. We'll take a look at Ton. Ton is like the hottest thing to look at right now. You know, there's nothing really worth paying attention to but Ton. So if Bitcoin can go sideways, these coins won't care. You know, and we can get a little bit of relief, of a relief rally here. Daily suggests, look, I mean, you're in a falling wedge that could break to the upside when you just break it down for what it is. Simply put, you know, 68% of the time, that wedge is going to break up. Stochastics look good. Bitcoin back to about 18,000. So, and then it will likely travel up to the 200 SMA, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it at that 19K, 20K region, or at least up into this resistance point at 19,000. So, the bigger time frames and the lack of bearish momentum are telling me that we're likely going to go up to the upside. So, I'm calling a move to the upside for Bitcoin in the next couple of weeks. You know, possible. 10 days, something like that. A little bit of a Santa rally looks like it may be on the board. What would stop that from happening? If we can't get a candle to close above 17,000. So, like, as much as I love that and it looks great, and the probabilities are there, okay? Probabilities are there. We take it one step at a time, all right? And right now, we're just watching this flag, right? I mean, all we can do is see if this 1 hour can break to the upside. If the 1 hour can't break out, we're going down lower. If the 1 hour can, then we got ourselves a story. So, we're going to see if we can get to the 200 SMA here on the 1 hour time frame, and if we can push back up to 17,081 and then even achieve the level all the way back up here to 17,600. That's what we're looking for today for Bitcoin. Can we get the move? Most likely it looks sideways into the downside. I'm more bearish than bullish, but the bigger time frames are actually opening up my eyes today as I sit with you. Things have changed, you know? Last night it didn't look like this. Things have began to change. Last 3 or 4 days we saw some different structure here in the market. Kind of a higher low double bottom in a way. And there's a chance we could squiggle our way on out of here. Which leads me to what? To what? Look how I do this. The transition to high squiggle. Squiggle our way, get it? My goodness. The man is funny, right? But look at high squiggle. You know, we looked at all these high coins and they all seem to pump, right? I don't know what's going on, but they do, right? So I was looking at this one earlier today and I was like, listen, like, we can't chase it. We make a little flag of the 7-minute and look at the flag of the 7-minute. It boomed up for 18% gains. Crazy. It was the one that hadn't really pumped yet, but we were looking at it slowly. It began to break out. And so the old me, right? Let me show you what happens. The old me would see a 1 hour time frame. I'd see the candle break out, and I would just buy into a breakout, right? Like 7-8 years ago. And a lot of times it would break back down. I'd lose my money and sell, and it would just be a constant thing, you know? I mean, this time you would have been rewarded for buying the breakout, which, you know, I guess it broke out. You bought into the breakout, thing was gone, you know? I mean, Crazy. However, it doesn't always act so sweet. So I have a system in which I don't buy the breakout. What I do is I go to the 7, 5, even the 1 minute if you have to, right? And I look for what's called a flag. Yeah, you know, I look for a flag situation here. And you can even bounce between the different time frames to kind of get your sense. And we made a flag, and then I put alerts here on the low stochastics. When this came down, it hit the alerts, told you that was a buy zone on the bottom of the flag, touching the 21-day, and then boom, it boomed to the upside. I can teach you how to set flags, how to set traps, how to set alerts for all these types of things. Works really great in the bull market where money's flying into these small movements. So definitely want to get down on this idea, right? And this is a strategy that I teach and that I use all the time. And here we are again with another day with the, day is done. Like 18%, it's not even 12 o'clock, right? Wake up at 7, work till, I wake up at like 5, 6 a.m., work till 10 a.m., right? Hit your gains, come back that next night or throughout the day, get ready to analyze for the next day, get your charts in order, watch Bitcoin, and boom, you're ready to rock, baby. And shout out to my other team too. We hit HIDOODLES yesterday for 48%. My man hit INDI for 57. David Kendall, shout out to David Kendall, preparing himself very nicely, getting very organized and just doing what he does. And this is simple the way my elites move. We keep it the same. This trade, Rainier puts out the same type of situational trades that David does, the same types that I put out. You can see our colors may change, but our setups are the same. Everything we're putting out, look, falling wedges putting out, falling wedges, falling wedges, falling wedges. The same scenario over and over and over again. All right. And another day, top gainers in the game, man. INDI right there. One of the 4 biggest ones, right? I was looking at PIAS, and I said, man, this thing could continue. I saw it in what's called an ascending triangle, right? And this thing is actually moving to the upside too a little bit. Interesting. So there you have it. Another day in the small little coins. HIDOODLE, HISQUIGGLES. And my man asked about HIMEEBITS, did he not? HIDOODLES made some gains. Coming back down, it's a little overbought. You look at it on the 1-hour time frame. And after something pumps like that nicely, I took a look at it. I like to just like redraw and see what I'm seeing, right? And honestly, I like what it's starting to build because it seems to be kind of doing something like this, where it's consolidating for a possibly another bigger move. I mean, this thing has been rocking and roaring. So what you want to see is you would like to see like a 12-hour that's a little high or a 22-hour. No, it's not. It's saying, wow, this thing could... Wow, that's creepy. Yeah, so here's the 4-hour at least. You want to see some time frame that wants to reset. So I'll put alert here, and when this 4-hour comes down, I may take another bite into this. This thing is insane, right? So, yeah, and so my whole system, what I'm teaching you, the education that I'm teaching you is putting alerts on the stochastics RSI. All right. Shout out to the 411 beautiful people on the live stream. In fact, we can get 400 beautiful people to show up in the bearish market, right? May God bless me, man. Thank you, God, for everything you've given me. The fact that 400 beautiful people care about my life in a bear market in the hardest times where most people are just getting shredded, FTX is collapsing, people are getting just pointing fingers. A lot of trading groups are completely collapsing and falling apart. We are staying so strong and so true. Dear Lord, thank you for everything you've given me. Thank you for this life that you provided. Thank you for the air in which you put in my lungs. Thank you for the things that I can see, the taste that I can taste. I do have a little bit of OJ on the side. I love me some OJ. I do drink lemon water religiously, but I do love me some OJ in the morning. I think the only other thing that I will drink. And HIDOODLES. I drank so much water yesterday, I think I went to the bathroom like 10 or 15 times in 24 hours. I really did. So HIDOODLES is consolidating. I'm waiting for it to come on back down, and this thing could continue to the upside. It could also dump completely to the downside. There's no guarantees of any of this happening. I want to make that very clear. These are all just based on probability. The MACD says you're a little extended. So I wait. I set alerts here, and what I do is I like to extend this. And this is my crazy stop that I figured out. It's nuts. No one taught me. I had mentors that taught me how to use the indicators and stuff, and then I started playing around and just doing my own thing. I was always a creative dude when it came to like art and so I just took this, to me, this is art. You're just watching me be creative with my art. Like at the end of the day, that's all it is, in my humble opinion. Just creative art. Lines. And so this is coming on down here. I'm looking for it to bounce off this level, right? And then I have a supportive resistance zone. I could even maybe extend this. And I've seen this thousands of times too. So when I'm building, you're like, how is he building it? Well, because my mind has seen it. I've seen it. So because my mind has seen it, I'm able to build it. So I'm looking for something of this nature. And this is going to be my sweet spot. I would like this to come on down, right? And it may not happen. It may pump out of nowhere and I may miss the whole move. But the idea is, right? And then this might also end up being a bit of a cup and handle. This could end up being my cup, Sammy cup and handy to the upside, right? And this could end up being our handle. It feels great to be alive today, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I really feel amazing. I appreciate you all for jumping on in. If you hit that like button, you're going to make it even more amazing. So I would appreciate it. It would be awesome. I'm not going to beg for it, but if you did it, it would be unbelievable, Unbelievable. It would probably make you feel really good and enlightened too as well. But hey, you do whatever makes you happy, right? If not hitting the like button doesn't serve you, then I guess, or if hitting the like button doesn't serve you, which I don't know how, but if it doesn't serve you, it doesn't make sense to me. But I get, do what serves you, right? I believe it will serve you because it will give you light, love, enrichment, karma. You'll feel good that you help someone else out that's on their own out here on YouTube, right? I'm not some big bank or some big corporation. I'm a small, I'm a small business out here in the world. So high doodles looks interesting to me for a possible another massive gain, but there's no guarantee. But I like to watch these consolidations and I like to be preemptive before they happen. I've seen it so many times in my life, so I'm just kind of beginning to plan. All right. Here's my plan. And I just show you what I do. Like, I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not a financial advisor. And nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. And honestly, you could set this alert, and then when the alert hits, like I could be anywhere. On the boat today, I could be anywhere. Open up my phone. I can make the trade on my phone. Like, so when everyone says they're busy, it's like, you're busy if you're not. You can keep a part of your mind focused on something while you're out there doing other things. I mean, maybe that's my skill. Like, other people are like, I can't do that. But, like, I can, like, keep a part of my subconscious mind, like, working on the chart, working on the trades, while I'm living my life in the present moment. And then I use the alert systems to pull me back into that place where I'm at. And so, like, I look at 7 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I zone in right here. I look at all this. I lock it in. As I go through the day, I'm like, I'm waiting for that flag on high doodle. I'm waiting for that flag on high doodle. And it could take 12 hours. It could take 16. It could take 20. It could take 42. However long, I just keep checking on it. And I'm looking at my alerts. And one alert hits the second I start figuring out what's going on. And you're not going to hit every single one perfectly. But if you do it 20, 30, 50, 60 times, you might hit 10, 15 of them. And they'll be like the greatest trades. Like they'll come right to where you thought. The trade will pump on out. And it'll feel like you'll feel like a magician. You'll feel like you played the trade exactly as you were supposed to, Shout out to everyone that jumped into the class today. Class was absolutely, yesterday, class was absolutely awesome. It was a nice full class, awesome. If you want to know what I'm doing, if you want to understand how I'm using stochastics, RSI, MACD, moving averages, how to find patterns, and more, Life Revision Trading Course every single Tuesday. Every Tuesday from 3 to 5:30. Jump on in, link in the description below. You can pay with PayPal, other payment services. Jump on in. We would love to see you there. It is $99. If you join the trading group, it's $60. So join the trading group today and get a 40% discount on the trading group. $330 for 3 months in the trading group and the course. That's the deal that we're running right now. If you'd like to jump on in, I'd love to see you in there. And that's really the Life Revision. That's how you see more. People that take the course say they see more during the live stream that they wouldn't believe. They're like, wow. So high doodles, right? 234.03%. Possibly coming on the move to high doodles. All the way up to 0.17540 is what I'm looking at. It's interesting. It's on my radar. No guarantees, right? Setting alerts, watching it. So high doodles, setting alerts, planning before it happens, understanding the move. All right, so that's what we're looking at for BTC. I kind of broke down what I see happening, right? Chance we do get a move to the upside. I like how the 1 hour is doing that curve up. That's a sign of life there, right? And this is, in my mind, that's a bull pennant. 68% chance to break to the upside, at least to the 200 SMA, and we'll see from there. So Bitcoin looking bullish to me, in my humble opinion, on the smaller time frames, flipping back on the 15-minute. And the bigger time frames, the 22 and the daily, they really want to pump. It's the 4 hour that we have to kind of see what happens here. Does it get pinned? Does it kind of jettison down when we go sideways? That would be the best plan of attack. But we don't know. We will go from there. And everyone, I have to leave the stream slightly early today because the nicest part of the day is going to be from 11:30 to 3. And they were nice enough to invite us out on the boat today. So I want to make, and it's on a lifer who I believe is in the trading group. So I want to make sure that we get there on time. So I told my family that I would end the live stream at 11 a.m., which I greatly apologize for. I know I need to put in the 2 hours every single day. I greatly apologize. But, yeah. Shout out to everyone who's out in the world in negative 25 degrees. Shout out to Andrew Sim1, my man, nailing his Bybit trade. And that's the thing. I may not have a Bybit link, but it doesn't mean that lifers don't trade Bybit. I love everyone. You can trade it whenever you want, right? And Andrew Sim1 nailing HNT, right? Longing it for 198%, banging on him. Only 12.5x. That's actually pretty, not bad. Salute to my man, Andrew Samoa, man. I love you, brother. One of the greatest traders in the group, one of the nicest people in the group. Donated $500 to another trader in my trading group so they could have monitors and get a setup for them to trade after he made gains. Came back and donated more, So, even said he was going through a rough time, then still showed up in a good mood. Like, man, I love you, brother. I love the lifers for the way you behave. I love the lifers for the way you treat people. I love the lifers for the energy you create. I love the lifers for this entire community that you have put me inside of. I thought I was just starting a trading group. Next thing you know, who I am came out in the live, right? And I attracted people that are cool, that I found amazing. And we created a vibe, we created a tribe, we created a frequency. And God bless each and every one of you. It's awesome. Shout out to the 433 people on the 33. Look, it's always on the 33 when I'm bugging. Look at every time, right? Every single time. Okay? Shout out to everybody here. 255 likes, $14 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for the love as we end 2022 on the greatest note ever, the greatest year of my entire life. This was the greatest year of my life. We may be going through a tough 2 weeks, a tough month, but when I look at the entire year, this was the greatest year of my life. I pushed harder than I ever pushed in my entire life. I worked harder than any year of my entire life. And I saw other people work as hard as I saw people change their lives. I saw testimonial after testimonial. I cannot believe what happened in 2022. What's going to happen in 2023? I am so excited. I can't even imagine. So I am pushing forward at the speed of light. I am believing in myself and each and every one of you. There is so much coming our way. All right? So much coming our way. And we're watching this flag on the 1 hour and the 15-minute. That's all we can do. The 4 hour could definitely dump on us. We'll be approaching that manner. But first, we have to wait for this oscillator to come back to the top and see where that momentum can take us. All right? And we talked about Peel. And wow, Peel did damage. Look at that. In my trading group, I was going over Peel, and Peel is up nicely. I mean, definitely hit a large order on a wick to the 61%, but it came back down here to 0.7. Interesting. Peel's still above the zone there. And HISQUIGGLE getting squiggy. I mean, I can't believe that. Just booming out of that 7-minute flag. Technical analysis never ceases to amaze me. Snatch a bull flag, grab a bull flag. It just continues to move to the upside. Unbelievable. And this PIA is just out of control, for a nice, beautiful move. On a wick of 29, still holding about 18% gains. I don't know what more the people want, man. I don't know what more the people want. And there's nobody out here anymore. There's no more retail traders. We're the last leg standing. We're going to eat them alive when they come back in because we're the ones. This is like, look at this. I'm going to teach you something. So look, trading is definitely a vicious game, all right? And there's sharks in the water. There's sharks everywhere in the water, right? Like this is the ocean, you know? And there's sharks all around the ocean swimming, trying to get you, right? Now, in the bull run, there's so many minnows, hundreds and hundreds of millions of minnows, and they try to snatch a few people, but as long as you're in the middle, you can get through and you can make some money and get on out of the bull run. But once you get into a bear market, more and more minnows leave. Retail just so the only people left are us. We're the little tiny minnows left, and the sharks are trying to grab us left and right, and we've been going wink, wink, and we've been planning our trades and being more precise and watching and following and using alerts and using heavy focus that we never thought possible, because to get around these sharks, we have to be extremely focused. Using Bookmap, using data, using everything we can, grabbing from trees, swinging from the limbs, you know what I mean? And so now when the minnows come back in, all right, so we zoom back out and we go back in time, and when the minnows come back in the bull market, okay, and they all flood back in because they will by the millions. This is just a sea of minnows. Boom, 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 boom. And they're barely not going to really know how to maneuver. And the sharks are going to be, and we're just going to be gobbling them up. And we're going to be, boom, 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 gang, 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 gang. Because we have heightened our senses through the bear market when it was been super sensitive and tough to get through. And then they're going to buffer us with the volume when the bull market becomes in. It's going to change your life forever. And this is what you're doing. You don't know it, but this is what you're doing. You're fine-tuning your skills for when things get really, really out of control and ready for you. So this is what it's all about. And I hope you're getting ready. I hope you're excited. I hope you're like, if you're still with me, you're on your way to something big. You know, you're on your way to a metamorphosis, a change. Your life will never be the same. All right? So congratulations to anyone that's kicking it with me, banging on them to the upside. So now there was HICOOLCATS. That was another one of these high coins. They're all NFTs based on an NFT. They're like a fractional reserve of an NFT. This one is to the ground. Hasn't really done anything yet. I'll be watching it with an alert here on the low 4 hour. Looks like it may go lower. Eventually it'll recover. It'll find a way. And there's probably a swing trade or two out of that. So I'm already planning for that swing trade a month in advance, 3 weeks in advance. That's why trading groups are great. You have an engine. Like I'm looking at so many things months in advance, weeks in advance. I'm showing you the daily, the 3 week. I'm pointing out all these different solutions and ideas for you. Thank you, Wendizzle. I try to read that as fast as I could. I'm going to go back and enjoy that one, though. I love the good messages everyone leaves me. They mean the world to me. You have no idea. They change my whole perspective on life, and they make me feel amazing. So thank you. Let's take a look at the ES1 S&P Futures midweek, Wednesday S&P Future. So we needed the bounce. I talked about us getting to the zone, right? Remember I said if we fall out of the zone, we're going to go here. Why did I say that? What was the area? Well, we had a bit of resistance there, so it was a resistance area that we could get a bit of a bounce. We got the bounce, but the 4 hour wants to roll over on us, and it's not looking pretty, right? However, just like Bitcoin, the 1 hour was oversold, trying to point out, and I said that we were in this ascending triangle, so it looked like we could get a bump. And look what we did. We got the push to the upside, right? It's short-lived, though, and it doesn't look amazing. However, we did get above a resistance here at 3,900. Again, we're going to have to jettison all the way to the 200 SMA. We have to get back above this point of control, and Bitcoin and the S&P needs $4,000 back. It needs to get back above 4,000. You know, that's going to be a big deal. But we'll take it one step at a time. Right now, this is our first higher low in this. You know, we could have moved all the way down here. We're fighting. Could be coming up for the bearish retest and then ending up down here. It's most likely we end up here at the bottom of the channel. I will say that. But if we can get back above and see this circle, if we can get back into this circle, that's what I'm hoping for. So if the S&P can get back above somehow, some way, fight through this 4 hour, pin the 4 hour, have the daily and the 22 pump. And the pump starting right now on the 1 hour time frame. However, we're getting overbought on the 1 hour, right? We're getting very close to getting extended. But we did get the pump. I talked about this morning. I went over it with my trading group. I said, hey, we'd have to get a move out of here to the upside. We're in this flag. We're going to watch this flag. I said, there is a rising wedge that could break to the downside as well with a move to 37.74. I said, but we have a flag right here that we must respect this flag. So what I learned over time is that if I see something on the 4 hour, I got to respect it. But then I got to wait for the 1 hour to do its thing. The 1 hour will play out into the other time frames. So each time frame, you give it its move. You give it its time before it makes a move. All right? If that makes any sense. Wow, this group just keeps plowing away. I can't believe the progress every single day. Like, it's a well-oiled machine at this point, you know. And there's slim pickings, but we're finding exactly what works. All right. I mean, Tone right now, everyone's watching Tone. Tone is the coin of the day, or the coin of the, you know. The pattern right now is a little worrisome to me. It's not like, I guess it could be this. Kind of have to know when to cut something off and when to let it inside. That's the key, really, that I found to trading altcoins. Their patterns aren't always going to be perfect like in the stock market. You have to kind of find when you believe they were, you know, creating a frenzy and trying to knock the pattern out of it, and then try to find what the pattern really was. That's what I know, and that's actually against traditional technical analysis, you know. So, but that's been what I've been finding, and we're in a new age, a new stage, and we're using an older form of science into a newer range, and there's going to be some nuances that we have to adjust to, and if people don't understand that, they're not ready for the next evolution, right? So we're moving, baby. We're moving. So I'm looking for Ton to possibly continue. I mean, the 7 minute was in a flag that I was somewhat entertaining. See this? It is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down, but it's in a flag that I'm entertaining. It's oversold here. It's showing some higher lows, and there could be, there could be some FOMO for this. Not a huge move, but I'm watching Tone. Let's get into the DXY. For people that really want to know, I know that how many people want to know what's up with the DXY? How many people want to know what's up with the dollar index? How many? Top gainers on KuCoin, my man, DK, man, banging on them every single day. Shout out to everybody here. I'm a Twitter expert. Have you noticed Total 3 lost key support? Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that in a second. So, I mean, the dollar index, M pattern here, starting to show signs of a dumpage. Got back above 104, though, from the 103 area. Attempting to pump back up on the 4 hour time frame, oversold. We want to see this 4 hour roll over, right? We want to make this stand here at this resistance. We want to see this 4 hour kind of make a rising wedge and dump to the downside. We can adjust this a little bit. So this is what we're looking for. Looking for the 4 hour to almost never get back above out of this pattern and continue to the downside. If it does break down, it's got a nasty measured move all the way to 95. If it breaks 100, that's going to be a key area for Bitcoin. I say it breaks 100, Bitcoin gets back above 25K, and then we start to have a bit of a rally, right? So if you want to know what it is, these are the fractional coins. Explore Fracton NFT pool, all right? HIDOODLES, right? HIMEEBITS, HICLONEX, right? HIPudgy Penguins, HIGazers, HiSand33, right? Wrap 3x3 Sand Land, right? HiCrypto, HiPunks, HiENS4, HiENS3, right? ENS. Yeah. So these are the ones we've been trading. HiMAC, HiODS, right? So in case anyone wants to know how we've been making money on KuCoin, we figured out that there was these new things coming out, and we've been trading them. We figured things out really fast here in the trading group. And the second I saw HiCLONEX, I said, oh, we don't have a setup for it. And then I looked, and boom, an elite trader just put on a setup for HiCLONEX. So, like, if you're not on to the game, if you don't know what's going down, if you're not privy to what's happening, we're going to keep you up to date. Like, we are the fastest moving group in crypto. No one else has made this many gains off of these coins that fast and figured out what's going on with them. You know what I mean? HICOOLCATS, like I was just looking at it now, right? HIDOODLES, like this is our world, all right? And I understand ecosystems and what's happening. It's more than just trading. It's understanding what's going on in the ecosystem. Oh, wow, what is an NFT? How are NFTs sold? Oh, what is a Fracton NFT pool? Oh, they're making fraction. Oh, okay. you know? And understand labs did this with real estate. They're going to fractional reserve buildings. You know, 1 million people can own one building. Everyone can own a share. The thing is, right now, you can't get into real estate unless you're like an accredited investor. You have millions of dollars and all this. And so it blocks the little guy out from great investments. And so there's going to be more and more things coming out in the next 10, 20 years. They're going to really help everybody change their lives. Explore Fractal NFT pool. Imagine that. You can't buy a $100,000 Bored Ape, but you can get yourself a fraction of one, okay? And that's pretty interesting. So that's what I like. You know, you can buy into these. These are basically pools. All right, 375 ETH in the total value, 6 items in the pool. All right, so they bought a pool and they created fractionals of them. This is a really smart idea. Then they created fractions that they could put out on and you can then trade these. I find this fascinating, absolutely fascinating. HNT, Helium getting a bit of a push to the upside and people taking advantage of the move, right? INDI getting that push up to the upside. Peel getting the move. Really, we were all over a lot of things today that have been moving. Another big gainer in the day for the trading group. Shout out to everyone that jumps on in with us and works really hard with us. Unbelievable. Like another big day in the group. I am in awe. Look, I got alerts all day long. What are these alerts already? Oh, so my 4-hour alert already hit low. That's interesting. I didn't think it would come that low yet. Showing signs that this may actually reset faster than we realize. Like the FOMO and momentum it may actually have a more sharper move like that breaks on out. We may not get that move down, but I'll be watching it closely. See, it's chess. I'm battling chess right now. Always watching, always learning, always figuring out, always seeing. Okay? Wow, amazing day. Everyone, I got to jump out of here to make sure I'm there on time. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. We looked at ES1. We looked at the dollar index. We looked at Bitcoin. One last thing I want to take a look at is Total 3. My man said, are we losing a key area of support or resistance? I want to take a look at that with you. I mean, we really did. You're right. Like, we lose that last area. That's out like 300 billion. We're falling all the way back down to 190. So, like, this little divergence really has to hold. See, there's a little bit of a bullish divvy here. Come on. Always when I'm about to make a move out. All right. But see, there's a little bit of a bullish divvy here. It's flattered, you know, and to the upside. And when we go closer in here, we definitely have a downside action here. Let's hope this divergence can kick us back above the zone. And this is the channel, and we break back up to the channel. We desperately need to get back above 373 billion. That point of control is really where the altcoins could live or die. We got to get back above here to remain bullish. If we do not, I mean, that's nasty. 200 billion, we'll lose $100 billion in the altcoins. They're already bleeding out pretty bad, so that's something to look at. This is Total 3. The entire market cap of Bitcoin, of all the altcoins, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. Extremely important that you look at this at least a couple times a week, you know, just glance, or at least once a week, and understand your levels on the weekly. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and everybody for being here. You must not like gains, just kidding, but they have been banging and will continue to bang. But whatever floats your boat, yeah. Those high coins are great, man. Smart move. Like, that's like saying, you know, you're out there in the water, you're floating, there's no floaties, and someone floats you like a piece of wood. But there's like something better out there, and you're like, I don't touch pieces of wood. Like, yeah. It's like, okay, like, you don't have to float. Like, you can keep sinking, you can keep like freaking sitting there, but like, I'll grab the piece of float. I'll grab the piece of wood. You know what I mean? But everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. 431 people, 317 people in the holiday weekend. Unbelievable. But honestly, people know this is the place where the gains are. Where else would you want to be but where the gains are, baby, where the gains are. You know, probably can barely see me now. Brighten up the front. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. HIMEEBITS, I believe we went over HIMEEBITS already. So many HIMEEs, I'm like. So HIMEEBITS, look, it's getting low on the daily, and it's starting to come to the 786 Fibonacci level. Like, to me, it's getting a retracement. This thing is getting ready for a move to the upside. I've been watching it closely. Yeah, it looks like it's retracing, you know, and all these, honestly, have been following their fibs. They've been coming down to fibs and bouncing. 786, 886, this area would be an institutional level where you would definitely see a move back to the upside based on Fibonacci's. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You're getting moving averages pretty tight. The outlier is the 200. I mean, and you're very, very oversold in the 4-hour and the daily time frame starting to bend. I mean, I got to tell you, as much as I can't believe it, you know, HIMEEBITS has a probability going, you know. So there's a chance HIMEEBITS does some numbers here to the upside. So HIMEEBITS is definitely on the radar for possible, look, 170%. Last few times it went up massively, and it could dump all the way to the downside. This could be the end of it. It could be a shoulder head and a right shoulder, and we could see this dump all the way down. There's no guarantees there. They're just probabilities, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Never buy or sell anything that you watch a YouTuber, you know, go over. Make sure you do your own due diligence, find out the education. So that's why I teach education. I teach Fibonacci. I teach support of resistance. I teach these indicators. So you yourself can figure out on your own whether the probability makes sense for you, what your risk is, and you can get in. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Let me show HIMEEBITS because I went over it, but I didn't show it. So the guy was like, hey. So look, HIMEEBITS, falling wedge in a Fibonacci level. I really like what I'm seeing for it. All right, if you just look at price action, looking pretty good. Remember what I said about it, right? You also have falling volume with falling price, which also sends a reversal. You have the MACD getting lack of bearish momentum. You have the RSI getting flatter and flatter, showing signs of eventual move back. And you have the stochastics showing lack of bearish momentum, ready for a move back to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for HIMEEBITS. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, baby! Yes! Yes! I love you all. I'm so excited for 2023. We're going to do more. We did way more in 2022 than we did in 2021. So what's going to happen in 2023? We started the trading group in 2021. I can't believe it. And life began to change. Things began to change. Nothing has been the same. I love you all. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. May God bless you all. Don't worry. Do not live in fear. Fear is fake emotions acting real. Do not worry. Do not live in fear. Project into the future. Project into your present moment. Live in the present. All you have is now. Go get them. Drink your lemon water. Have a great day. Stay blessed. I love you. Thank you for everything. Gratitude is the attitude. I appreciate each and every one of you.